So on our way up to Seattle to Aspire, which is the gym my friend Julie owns, and we are going to be shooting basically just a bunch of content for the membership site. So a lot of you guys actually don't know yet, but in the works, I have a project coming out with probably the biggest project I've worked on in a long time, most exciting project I've worked on in a long time, something that I have been thinking about since I was 18 fucking years old, literally. I remember when I first started, I was in the Renegade Inner Circle, which is Jason Ferrugia's Inner Circle. I don't even know if I think he still runs it. But way back when I was just getting into blogging, and like that was my dream. Like if I could have a membership site where people could get information, exclusive programs, stuff like that, for a cheap, low-end price so I could help more people, that was like my dream. That was such a big goal, and now we're making it happen. And so the membership site is in the works. It's actually already done. We just need to put all the content in it. So it is for sure happening. We're going to be launching it very, very soon. So stay tuned. I have a beta group of people trying it out next month, already on a wait list. And then after that, once it's ready and we feel good about it, we're going to launch it to the public. But right now we're on our way to the gym. We're going to shoot as many exercises as we possibly can, because one thing I want to provide in there is not only demonstrations of like what the exercises are within the program, but like how to do it, coaching cues, things to optimize your form, your tension, everything, safety, injury prevention. So we're gonna go really in depth with the exercise demonstrations, probably shoot some extra stuff, do some photos, and just crank out as much content as we can like we do. So I have a fat list, and I'm probably going to add to the list as we go, but we're just going to start chopping away as many exercises as we can get done, demonstrating everything. So next we're going to be doing a dumbbell floor fly. This is actually something I really love. I think a lot of people, I mean, we all want bigger chests, we all want bigger shoulders, we have to press, right? Pressing is a functional movement. The issue with pressing is it protracts our shoulder, impinges our shoulder. It does a lot of things that aren't necessarily great for us, especially if we're not rowing enough. So I'm a big fan of rowing and doing face pulls and all these different posterior movements. But with this, we're gonna be doing a fly. So we are working the chest, but we're actually gonna be doing it on the floor so our shoulder can't come past that negative range of motion. So a lot of us like to work our shoulders, we like to work our chest. The issue with this is if we do too much pressing, too much flies, too much stress on that shoulder in the anterior chain, we're gonna stress the bicep tendon, we're gonna possibly get shoulder impingements, we're gonna get a lot of protraction and not that much retraction. We're gonna have unhealthy shoulders, and I guarantee 5 out of the 10 people watching this are doing or have had negative shoulder issues, whether it's aching pains, injuries, so on and so forth. And it comes from too much pressing, but you don't have to eliminate working these muscles, you just have to be smarter about it. So one of my big proponents is obviously rowing or pulling or working the posterior chain twice as much as you work the anterior chain. But something else you can do is tweak exercises so they're not as stressful on the shoulder in general, right? So when we do a fly, if you look at me from this angle, when I'm doing a fly and I come here, this is a good range of motion. I'm getting a pec stretch, I'm getting a lot of activation, but a lot of people do flies on a bench and they keep going and going and going and going because they want to create a bigger stretch, which can create more muscle hypertrophy because you're stretching the muscle tissue itself, having it to rebuild. But the further we go, the more we're pulling on those tendons, the more we're pulling on that joint. That's not very good, right? And then that's gonna lead to taking a break from the gym where you can't actually work on the muscle. So we wanna keep things safe. So one of the ways to do that is to do it on the floor. So when I'm coming down, I get that stretch in a very ideal position, but my elbow touches the floor, so I can't go any further. So I can actually increase the load I'm using, which is gonna allow me to go heavier. Obviously a good thing to increase volume, build more muscle, but I'm also gonna keep the joint safe in a heavier load because I can't go any further past what's actually beneficial for the muscle, for the joint, for the tendon, so on and so forth. am so fired up about this membership site. Like, I don't think people understand how excited I am about this, how many years I've been thinking about being able to do this, how much info and content and just everything is gonna go into this. So in the membership site, in case you didn't know, which I think a lot of you don't know, there's gonna be an exclusive interview once to twice a month with an expert coach from around the world. I already have a lineup of coaches. I've already filmed a bunch of them. So basically every month, you're not gonna be able to only have access to me and get information from me on how I change physiques, how I change performance, how people get the best results with me, but also top experts in the industry, whether that's training or powerlifting or bodybuilding or supplements or nutrition. I'm reaching out to these people. They're coming into the membership site and giving you information of how they get their clients the best results possible. So now you're getting experts from around the world. Top of that, you're gonna get fat loss and hypertrophy and strength programming from me every single week. And you're gonna have resources like the recipe guide, the nutrition hierarchy, my go-to supplements, equipment we use, every resource you could possibly think of. And on top of that, I'm gonna keep adding value. You're gonna get a private Facebook group that is not like any of my other private Facebook groups. Nobody will have access to this except the members in that membership website, meaning they can ask me any question. They can post exercise demonstrations, so they can post them doing a squat and have me and my team actually critique their squat. They can ask about supplements, nutrition, lifestyle, stress, whatever they want, which is another reason why I'm gonna be going live in that Facebook group probably every other week, if not more, breaking down people's questions, breaking down case studies, breaking down their exact issues, going through their problems and giving them the most value possible to make sure they get results. This membership site is gonna crush anybody else's membership site, and I'm so fired up about it.